Hello everybody and a good day to you all. Today I'm talking about the Netflix original series, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. And this is season number 2. And before I go into anything or go into any details right now, there will be some spoilers. So if you haven't finished watching the season yet or watched the season yet, watch the season first and then come back. Or if you do not care about spoilers and you do not care about what happens in the future, you just want to go with the flow, then let's just go with the flow and we can enjoy each other together while we talk about this amazing TV show. Excuse me. And now let's get into the thing. Now we got Sabrina. We find out a whole lot of stuff about her now. We find out what she is, sort of, and we also find out who her father is and who her father is not. Because all this time we thought her father was one person and we thought it was. But it turns out it's somebody else. And that explains so much about her character and everything else too. Everything. We find out that Lucifer Morningstar, the devil himself, is her daddy. And they have a Star Wars moment in the season 2. A Star Wars moment. She says, he's not your father. I am your father. This, because the thing later on in the season, strange things start to happen. Now, before all the craziness happened, all the wackiness happened, Sabrina's powers go Willy Wonka. We have her finally get back into the she decided because of she broke up with Harvey, and she pretty much trying to cut, and because of she signed her name to the book, she's trying to cut ties with her regular mortal friends, and she's trying to be full-time witch. Full-time. So she cut ties with them, and she's going to school full-time. She's going to dedicate herself to being a witch. Because first she's doing like a little bit of half and half. She would go to the witch school, and then she'd go to her human school too. And so this time she said, nope, I'm trying to stay away because I don't know what the devil's going to ask me to do. I don't know what kind of favor he's going to ask me to do. It might hurt my friends. So I'm going to try to make sure they're far away from me before that happens. While she's going away, you got and Harvey and Sabrina broke up. Harvey and Rosalind are starting to come together. So they come together. And then you also have Susie is now calling herself Theo now. She's pretty much embracing who she is. She stopped who she is, and now she's trying to get everybody else to get on board too. Her father, something like that too. And her father does get on board. He's not really completely comfortable with it. He doesn't completely understand it, but he does love his child. He wants to be there for her, and he wants to support her whatever decision that she makes, which is quite beautiful. So you have Sabrina trying to be full-time witch all the time, learn everything, hell Satan, all that good stuff, I guess. This is so weird. You know, I never watched a show that talked about Satan so much in a sentence. Like, holy mother. I mean, I heard so many hell Satans or praise Satans in my life. And usually when that happens, they're the bad guys. But this time, they're the good guys, but also the bad guys too. That's even more confusing. Like this, they say hail Satan, and then they don't. But you know what's weird? They say hail Satan so much, praise Satan, blah 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 blah, the Dark Lord, and all this crap. But when Satan finally comes to Earth and when it starts the apocalypse, they don't want it to happen. Then they get scared. Like this, what do you think is going to happen when you worship Satan the whole time? Don't you want him to come back? Like the whole point of being a Christian is waiting for Jesus to come back so you can go to heaven. So if you worship Satan, don't you want him to come back and bring hell on earth? Right? Isn't that the whole point? No? I guess not. So they want all the glory and the praise and the power of Satan. They just don't want Satan. That's just weird. But either who, let's continue. Now, so you got Sabrina going to the school full time, and she's trying to. But the thing is though, Sabrina's being Sabrina. She can't just follow the rules. She can't just go with the program. She see how things are, and things are maybe not really in favor for women and mostly favor for the guys. She said, "Well, I don't like that," and so she tried to change the rules and stuff like that too, which pretty much make Blackwood pissed off, because he's trying to bring his old agenda, his agenda in there with this whole Judas contract suspension thing going on, and bringing things back to the old ways when men ruled everything and women just shut up and sit in the corner and cook biscuits. What kind of mess is that? Even I was like, this dude, that's kind of messed up. Wow. And the things he does to make sure he stays in power, like how he treats his sister, just treats his daughter and manipulates her to get what he wants, and then he pretty much and all she wants to do is have his last name and be considered his daughter. And when he finally does do that, he only do that to shut her up, to keep her alive. And then that he wanted to be with with Zilda, and he finally gets with her, and then he can't accept her for who she is because she's too strong-willed. So he got to manipulate her using magic to make sure she falls in line. I said, dang nabbit. Clearly, he's the villain of this episode. Even though Satan does show up, Lucifer does show up, he's also the villain as well too. And you see that the way I can't think of it. Blackwood pretty much how he sets things up, especially sets things up against the Spellmans, make sure they don't get no power, and manipulate and try to manipulate things to make sure they get framed for stuff like the way he pretty much messed up Ambrose by giving him a familiar again. That familiar, also familiar that he used to pretty much get inside of Ambrose. The pretty much so he had him kill one of the anti-pope. All under his instructions, but it makes it look like Ambrose was the one who was guilty. I mean, there was so many twists and turns and backstabbing and lies and stuff like that against one another. Some people are friends, some people are against one another. I mean, like you have Prudence, who wants her acceptance from her father, but at the same time, it looks like she wants to be friends with Sabrina. But then, because her willingness to be accepted by her father, she will betray her too. There's times when they're working together, you think they're gonna be friends, and then next thing you know, she's backstabbing her. It's like, dang nabbit, I want to trust you, but you keep hurting me, and so I can't trust you. And then when you want me to trust you, now I gotta help you because even though you betrayed me, I just what the. I know. So there's a lot of ups and downs with a lot of different characters. Like someone's good, sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're good, and some stay bad the whole situation. Like you have Zilda, like she wanted to marry Blackwood so badly that she wanted to ignore all the signs that he was dirty, he was evil, he was messed up, and the things he was doing was going to be helping her out at all. But she wanted to be with him so badly, but at the same time, she didn't want to be with him at the same time too. I just, what in the world? Like she wanted to be with him because she wanted the power and the prestige, but at the same time, she wasn't in love with him. So she's willing to go through all this crap for somebody she doesn't even love. What kind of mess is that? But still, like I said, a whole lot of pushing and swatching all over the place. And watching Sabrina's journey, the thing she went through, and realizing that cutting her friends out of her life, her mortal friends out of her life, wasn't a good idea, and also watching her advance and grow in her powers, and find out that her father is actually Satan, and you fully get an understanding like why the things she does, because a lot of things Sabrina does, even though she acts like she doesn't really want praise, or she wants to be in the spotlight, or she wants the power, you can tell she revels in like breaking the rules, or breaking the laws, and trying to make things conform to her in a way, so like something like Satan would do. Like certain things she wants, some things she needs, like she doesn't want to get praised, but at the same time you can tell when she gets it, you can tell she actually enjoys it a little bit. There's a little bit of her daddy in her. Like this, oh. Now, even though we found out her father is Satan, and that she pretty much is the Nephilim, that we also know. I'm also confused about one thing though. Like they showed two children in that process. One was Sabrina, the regular looking girl, and the other one had hooves, like the goat legs. Who's that child? Where'd that child go? Is that child still there? Or that's like a representation of the bond between? Like, where'd that child go? What happened to that? I don't know. Another thing about this episode, this season, I thought was kind of interesting and also weird to me. When they found out that Lucifer is not a god, because they were worshiping Lucifer as a god, okay? But then they found out exactly who Wardrobe is this whole time. That she actually is Lilith. And she pretty much telling he's not no god, he's just a fallen angel. Now the thing is though, don't they know that? I thought they already knew that he wasn't actually a god. I thought they had to worship him as a god, I thought they had to worship him as their god. I didn't think you think he actually was a god. I thought they knew he was a fallen angel who betrayed So they thought the whole time the whole Bible thing was the lie. So all this time I'm just realizing this whole time they thought that the Bible was the lie, and what he was telling them was the truth. That he actually is God. And who they thought God was, and angels and stuff. What about them? What the? So when because the thing is though, when Lilith told them he's no God, the little girl in their face was this, what? He's not a God? I thought he was God all this time. How did you not know that? You don't gotta be religious and know the story. I mean, have you seen a movie or something like that, or something? Nothing. I mean, how did they not know that? And how can you trust anything that he says? He's known for being the father of lies. I thought they knew all this stuff. It's like all they knew is like the good parts and not the bad parts, or the, I don't know. It was just weird. It was weird. But overall, I did enjoy this season. I had a whole lot of fun watching it. It was interesting watching Sabrina's growth and with her powers and following her origins. I mean, each episode, the season got better and better and better. And I'm interesting, more twisted, and more. And this was a really dark season. It really was. And now that the truth is out there and everybody knows what's actually going on now, and now Lilith is now the queen of hell. Where's it going to go from here? And now you think it's finally going to be a break. And now that because Sabrina got her powers back, because she loses her powers because she makes the sacrifice to pretty much stop herself, but they ended up making things worse. But she finally got her friends back together and everything. And now she want to go back to hell to rescue her boyfriend Scratch, who pretty much sacrificed himself to save him. So now she's gonna go back to hell to get Scratch because he got Lucifer inside of him as his prison. So how they gonna get Scratch back without producing Lucifer and starting things? I don't know. But either who. This episode was crazy. The episode was weird. The episode was dark. It was twisted. But I had a lot of fun watching it. And to give this season grade, I would give it a solid. I'll give it a B+. I'll give it a B+. But leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about the season of Sabrina and Teenage Witch. Sabrina's Witch. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. If you haven't watched it, check it out for yourself. Hopefully when you watch it, you will enjoy it. I've been watching it too. So give my channel a big like, hit the thumbs up, shaboop, and subscribe to my channel and share. I would appreciate it. Like I always say, in my dreams and my life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, people.